What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 23 of For Life Trading Cards podcast and video series. Thank you guys for joining today. In the recent couple days, I did put out two articles. The first was on Trae Young's card market, basically, and then the second was on the soccer card market and the research I've been doing on that. So in this podcast and video series, I wanted to go over both those articles with you guys and kind of give you a look from where I'm coming from and how I'm thinking about it to give you guys a better understanding as well, to help you guys with your investments as well. So the first thing we're going to talk about is that first article on Trae Young. If you read through the article, that's great. You got more knowledge, more power to you. But if you haven't, then this is great right now. So basically, Trae Young's article was about his basically overshadowed career so far by Luka Doncic, and then how that comes into play into the card market. So the first couple numbers we want to look at is their prices going in from the summer. So over the summer, Trae Young's PSA 10 rookie card was going for about $35. Meanwhile, Luka's was going around 65, 70, right around there. So almost double the price of Trae Young's rookie card. So even from that standpoint, was Luka Doncic twice the player of Trae? No, I don't think anybody would say that. But so many people were high on Luka just because of his status, right? He's from Europe. He's played professionally before. He looked polished. All those good things about him, and he's a 6'7" point guard, right? He can do so many things on the floor. He's destined for greatness. Meanwhile, you had a guy in Trae Young who could shoot lights out, could do, again, some other great things on the floor as well. Not as big as Luka, doesn't have that following in Europe, but, there's a lot of kids who really, really like Trae and follow him. He's better than Steph, and he's better than Steph at that same age. So it was interesting. It was basically interesting to see that double in price in the market. And then we kind of went off into October. The season started, and boom, Trae Young went on a tear. I remember he had a 40-point night a couple games in, and I was actually at a trade night over in Los Angeles, run by Pulp in LA, and we saw. When I was there, it was like crazy because it was right in the middle of when Trae Young was going off, and everybody started picking up Trae Young, and we saw a little rise in his prices. But after that point, I didn't really see his prices really go up from there, but we saw Luka as well. He was going on a tear, and his prices just doubled or tripled, basically. His price went from $70, and then, in that mid-October range, I believe, early November, they're getting up to like 260, 270. Right now, they're back down to 230. But now, from this point today, what we're seeing is Trae Young's rookie card selling for around $75, and now Luka's is at $230. So that's a pretty big difference, guys. That's almost over 2 times, 3 times the price point. So is Luka Doncic 3 times better than Trae Young? Will Luka Doncic have 3 times the career of Trae Young? Probably not. There's no way. Trae Young's going to be an all-star in the East. Not just an all-star, he's probably going to be the starting point guard in the East. How could he be 3 times the player of a guy who's already going to be a starting point guard in the East at age 21? So that's what we're seeing right now is basically a market deficiency. We're seeing what I think is a bunch of collectors, a bunch of investors going all in on Luka Doncic, just like I have. I've went in on Luka Doncic over the summer just because I know he's a generational talent. But meanwhile, while everybody's going in on a guy like Luka Doncic, they're forgetting about Trae Young, and that's why I think the value is there to go in on Trae Young, to buy Trae Young right now, because I don't think these prices can sustain at this price point much longer. Trae Young's card cannot be 3 times less than Luka Doncic's card. I think this is a market deficiency. I don't think we're going to be seeing this for a lot longer, especially because he's going to be the starting point guard in the East in about a couple weeks for the All-Star game, of course. So what's going to happen there? People are going to get hype on Trae. Just like people are probably going to get hype on Luka as well, which I'm predicting. And both those guys' prices are going to go up. But I think Trae, you're going to see a significant bump as well. And then I think, meanwhile, as the Hawks get better, his prices will continue to go up. So I think, Trae is a great buy right now, especially if you're maybe just looking for a card under $100. I recommend this Trae Young rookie card, PSA 10s. Again, the number 78. PSA 10s go for around $75. I think the raws go for around 12 to 15. A great buy. So that's basically what the article was talking about. I was basically, everything I said here is in the article. I'll put the article link below too if you want to go read it. I mean, a little bit more detail, but that's what I was basically talking about. So, I mean, if you're looking for a Trae Young card, definitely bunch on eBay you can pick up. So then I had another article. I believe I put this out yesterday. So hopefully this podcast and video goes up the day after, which is today. So basically in this article, I'm talking about the soccer market. I've been really interested with the soccer market for a long period of time. I think since the summer, just because I couldn't believe how cheap it was. Just because you could go buy, I use this example a lot. You can go buy a Kylian Mbappe rookie card, a raw for, $4 or $5. I think I was buying for a couple months ago. And, PSA, there wasn't a lot of PSA 10s out at the time. I think the PSA 10s that I were seeing out at the time were going for like $30, $25. And I was amazed because a player of that caliber, in basketball, I mean, I think Kylian Mbappe is very comparable to Luka Doncic at this point. I mean, Luka's, PSA 10 rookie cards are going for, at this point, $230. So I was amazed that you could go pick up, soccer cards to the talent of Mbappe for that much less. So I've been kind of looking at the soccer market for a long period of time. This isn't an article that just came up out of nowhere. I've been talking about to a lot of guys about this as well. But basically, in this article, I stick to not up-and-coming players or rising stars or young stars like Mbappe. I wanted to go with something solid. So the main gist of the article was about how Lionel Messi, I talked about Lionel Messi rookie cards. So his main rookie card is going to be, let me pull it up real quick. It's going to be the 2004 Panini Sports Mega Cracks number 71. That's going to be his main rookie card. There are a couple others that I'm going to tell you about a little later on where you can get, but this is his main rookie card. So that's the one I wanted to talk about in the article. So what I pulled up from PSA is there's 145 of these rookie cards that were graded. Now, only 20 of them got a PSA 10, which is crazy to think about. That's a pretty low PSA 10 rate, which is, great from an investment standpoint. But that was one thing that really kind of blew my mind, as well as when I went on eBay to kind of get some data, I didn't find any PSA 10s listed or sold. So when I went to sold listings, there was nothing there, which is interesting. I did see a couple BGS 9.5s. So the two that did sell, one was for $4,300, one was for $3,100. So I assumed with 9.5 selling, historically less than PSA 10s, if one did pop up at PSA 10, I valued it around $5,000. I think that was a pretty even price point for that. Again, it was $4,300, $3,100. It was kind of a big difference, but I came up with like a $5,000 variation. I think $5,000 evaluation. I think that was fair. So now I needed something to compare it with. So I was thinking about guys who are basically at that point of their career where they're already, superstar, Hall of Fame players. And the guy that I came up with was LeBron James. I felt like LeBron James and Lionel Messi are very comparable with their respective sports. So what's LeBron James' rookie card? Well, it's going to be his Topps Chrome 111 PSA 10. And as most of you guys know, those are selling for anywhere from $2,300 to $2,500. Now, they're pop reports. That's the beautiful thing when we compare these. The LeBron James pop report. Overall, there's about 4,300 cards right now that are in the PSA system. About 2,000 of those are PSA 10s. That's about, well, let me look it up here. That's about 20 times the population report of Messi's rookie card, from 4,200 with LeBron, 4,259, about 4,300, to 120, I believe, or 145 of Lionel Messi's. So that's about 20 times the population report of the Messi rookie card. The LeBron James PSA 10 of his card, again, are selling for 23 to 2,500. Now, with only 20 PSA 10s of Messi's number 71, which is a really, really low rate of getting a PSA 10 to the 145, this makes his PSA 10 97 times more rare than LeBron's 111 PSA 10. 97 times. So now I'm getting to, okay, LeBron's selling for 23 to 2,500. I'm assuming Messi's PSA 10 selling for $5,000. And if Messi's rookie card is 97 times more rare, whereas PSA 10s, of course, is 97 times more rare, well, $5,000 is a steal. Getting a 9.5 for $3,000 to $4,000 is a steal. Because if you just take that 97 times rarity and you multiply that by the 2,300 to 2,500 that LeBron's selling at, I'm assuming Messi's rookie card by the numbers should be selling from anywhere from 223,000 to 242,000, right around there. So that was really interesting to see. So basically the question is, well, why isn't the demand there for soccer? You know, is Messi just not as popular as LeBron? So then I went, okay, let me look. What do people today look at to look at popularity? What do people look at? Social media. That's where we live in 2020. Social media is basically the main standard to look at popularity. So I went to their Instagram pages, and I saw that Messi has an astonishing 140 million followers on Instagram. That is crazy. How much does LeBron have? You probably think he has more, but no. He only has 54.9, which I'm here saying only 54.9. But if you compare that to 140 million, that's a huge difference. So basically, what I took from that is Messi, just from Instagram followers, is 2.55 times more popular than LeBron James currently. That is crazy. So why are Messi cards undervalued at this point? I mean, soccer is the most global sport in the world. A lot of people in the U.S. probably, can't really comprehend that, just because soccer isn't as, popular over here. I mean, when we think about soccer in the U.S., maybe we think of a glimpse of watching the World Cup with our families or something like that, but it's not as big as a sport right now to the world. Right now in the world, soccer, football, as they call it, is the biggest sport in the world. I mean, soccer in general is the biggest sport in the world. It has about over 4 billion fans. It's beating basketball, baseball, football by a large sum. So if I'm thinking, okay, well, if, soccer is the biggest sport in the world, has a huge fan base, the sports card market is growing astonishingly by a great number. And soccer here in the US is growing at a rapid rate, if you guys didn't know. Now that ESPN shows the Premier League games, you're seeing people start watching soccer, seeing all these House of Highlights Instagram pages put soccer on. I've been talking to a couple guys who have been telling me soccer is the fastest growing sport in the US currently today. Well, what's it going to take for these prices to go up? It's going to be two of those things. It's going to be, with the market right now of soccer growing rapidly in the US, which is happening, I think we're going to see people start buying these rookie cards of these guys, as well as the popularity of the sports card market growing to these other countries. So it's going to take two of those things, which I think are slowly already happening. So, I mean, if we just look at it in general, you can buy a Messi card right now. I mean, you're probably not going to get a 10. Again, there's only 20 PSA 10s of these Messi cards. It's crazy. So I hope you read the article. It goes a little bit more in depth, but I think you got a good gist of it now as well. I'll put that article below in the links so you can go take a look at it. I post these all on my LinkedIn page if you want to go follow me on there as well. Now I want to talk about hey, is there a cheaper Messi card that I can get into right now where I don't have to spend 3, 4 on those 9.5s? Yes. Although the rookie card I was talking about is his main rookie card, there are a couple other options, which is great about soccer, that still hold the value. Just because the population reports are so low on these soccer cards that there's different variations of these cards, which still has low pop reports where you can get, and it will hold value and appreciate over time. So the one card I did get a couple months ago was, again, it's going to be your same 2004 Panini Sports Lionel Messi's Mega Crack Barca, but it's going to be number 35. His PSA 10 sell for around a grand of this card, but I did get his PSA 9 for 200. I thought this was a good steal. I think this card's just going to continue to increase. It gets me into the soccer market, and I don't have to put up, loads of money as well. But if you do have the money, I think, looking for a 9.5 of that number 71, his main rookie card, I think that's a great idea. So those are the 2 articles I did put out. Definitely great reads, definitely going into detail. I'm going to be putting more of these articles out. I think it creates a ton of value with this podcast and this video series. I think I'm trying to give you guys as much as I can. So I'm trying to bring value. So I think this is one of these ways I can bring it. Now I want to talk about some of my recent pickups. As you guys know, I do have a LeBron's Topps Chrome PSA 10. I bought this for around $2,100. I think they're selling for around, again, $2,300 to $2,500. I even saw a couple sell for $2,600 recently, but that was only one, so I didn't really want to mention it on eBay. But I did pick up, guys, 2 PSA 9s of these Topps Chromes for $700 each. 2 of them, so I paid $1,400 total. Just got these in yesterday. Why did I do this? Well, it's because as these Topps Chrome PSA 10s increase, the 9s usually don't tend to increase until a little bit later. So you're still seeing 9s at that same $700 rate. I actually did get these a little bit cheaper than eBay. I went through Instagram. I think if on eBay they're around $750 to $800 plus a little bit of tax rate. But I do think that these 9s are great buys right now as well. And I got a decent deal on them as well too. And in general, LeBron James rookie cards are going to go up in value. He's about 200 points away from passing Kobe in points, which a lot of people are going to be looking at. I know we passed MJ, not a lot of people really talking about it, but I think the Kobe thing is going to be a big deal. And as you guys might or might not know, I'm the biggest Kobe fan in the world, so that's going to be a little sad, but I'm going to be happy for LeBron because at the end of the day, I am a Laker fan. So I think those cultural points in time where there's big events, I think those tend to bring up prices, as well as there's other things that are going to be happening with LeBron. If they're going to get into the playoffs, they're going to go on a deep playoff run. All these things are going to bring these prices up of these LeBron rookie cards. I mean, just think about if they go on a deep playoff run, that card could, I assume, probably be around $4 or $5 grand. If they win a championship, oh my God. So I think LeBron is a great investment. Again, he's not one of these guys where, you're betting on him to be good. He's already established himself as a fantastic basketball player, a Hall of Fame basketball player, a top 10, top 15 all time. So, that's why I bought these LeBrons, and that's why, it's a safe investment to make at this point compared to other guys. And then I do have a couple more cards coming in. I got a bunch of Shai Gilgeous rookie cards that I sent in a long time ago to PSA, and I bought those raws for dirt cheap, and I'm excited. I have some pinks, some colors coming back, and a lot of base. And then I got some Kylian Mbappe, more of these World Cup rookie cards coming back. I was buying these, for around $4, and I just sent them into grading. I got more of them coming back as well. I'm excited about that. I saw these PSA 10s are selling for $50 now, which I'm excited to see the continued growth of soccer. So that's one example right there, Kylian Mbappe. So excited. I'm going to be putting out more videos to come. I appreciate you guys listening as well. If you're listening on Spotify, I appreciate you guys watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. As well as if you're watching on Spotify, hit that follow button. Do it. And then last but not least, I do have some exciting stuff coming up as well. I'm going to be dropping 25. There'll only be 25 pieces of some merch coming out. It's all handmade, hand done by my good friend. So we're going to be working on that. I'm assuming that will be done in a couple weeks. The shirt's going to be really personal. So it will be something cool to have. More details to come, but I think you guys are going to really like it. Only 25 pieces are going to be available. That's all. And then it's done. So just something fun that I thought I'd do for you guys, and something fun. That's pretty much it. But thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.